The world is full of questions, but some are more chilling than others. What happens when a person vanishes without a trace? No body, no motive, just an empty space where a life used to be. Today, on Uncovered Mysteries, we're counting down 5 of the most perplexing disappearances in human history. Cases so baffling, they defy all logic and leave us with nothing but a lingering sense of dread. Our journey begins on a quiet May night in 2008 in Minnesota. Brandon Swanson, a 19-year-old college student, was on his way home from a party. At around 2 a.m., his car slid into a ditch. He was unharmed, but couldn't get the vehicle out. He called his parents, who drove out to pick him up. But here's where the mystery begins. He told his parents he was near the town of Lind, on a different road than where he actually was. He stayed on the phone with them, walking through what he believed to be a field. His last words to his father were, "Oh no," as the phone suddenly went silent. His parents, only a mile away, searched for him for hours. They found his car, but Brandon was nowhere to be seen. Extensive searches found no trace of him. No body, no belongings. It's as if the earth simply swallowed him whole. Was it an accident? An encounter with something or someone sinister? Or did he simply get lost in the darkness and never find his way back? For our next case, we travel back in time to 1925, to the impenetrable depths of the Amazon rainforest. Colonel Percy Fawcett was a legendary British explorer, obsessed with finding a mythical lost city he called Z. He believed it to be a massive metropolis hidden deep within the jungle, a testament to a lost civilization. In April of that year, he, his son Jack, and his son's friend Raleigh Rimmel set off on their final expedition. Fawcett sent a letter to his wife, stating he was optimistic and confident. It was the last anyone ever heard from them. They had walked into one of the most hostile environments on Earth. But Fawcett was an expert survivalist. He knew the jungle. So what happened? Did they succumb to disease, hostile tribes, or the jungle itself? Or did they perhaps find what they were looking for and choose to stay? Their disappearance sparked dozens of search parties, many of which also vanished, adding to the terrifying legend of the lost city of Z. In the quiet suburb of Springfield, Missouri, a seemingly normal night in June 1992 turned into a waking nightmare. That night, Cheryl Levit, her daughter Susie Streeter, and Susie's friend Stacy McCall went missing from Cheryl's home. There were no signs of a struggle, forced entry, or robbery. All personal items, including their purses, cars, and even the family dog, were left behind. The house was locked from the outside. The only strange detail was a single light bulb on the porch that had been shattered. It was almost as if the 3 women simply vanished into thin air. Police had no leads, no suspects, and no credible motive. For over 30 years, their disappearance has been one of America's most enduring mysteries. The case baffles investigators to this day. Was it a planned disappearance, a random act of violence, or something more sinister and calculated? The lack of evidence is the most haunting part of all. Our penultimate case takes us to Christmas Eve, 1945, in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The Sauter family's home caught fire in the middle of the night. 4 of the 9 children, along with their parents, managed to escape, but 5 children were trapped inside. The house burned to the ground. When the fire was finally out, the parents, George and Jenny Sauter, were devastated. But a strange detail emerged. There were no remains. Fire investigators told the family that the fire would have been hot enough to cremate the bodies, but this was a simple home fire, not a crematorium. A later investigation found no bone fragments or evidence of the children in the rubble. Furthermore, the family had experienced odd events leading up to the fire, including a stranger threatening their home and a mysterious telephone call. For years, the Sauters held on to the hope their children were alive. They believed the children were abducted, and the fire was a cover-up. The mystery remains unsolved, a chilling testament to a family's enduring hope, and a case that continues to baffle investigators to this day. Our final and most chilling mystery takes us to a tiny, uninhabited island off the coast of Scotland. In December 1900, the lighthouse on Island Moor went dark. A relief vessel arrived on December 26th to find a scene of surreal abandonment. The lighthouse was intact, the lamps were clean and full of oil, and the clocks had stopped. The dinner from the previous night was still on the table, but the three keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur, were gone. The only clues left behind were a toppled chair, 2 sets of oilskins missing, and a logbook entry from the last keeper, Donald MacArthur, detailing a ferocious storm that was far worse than any weather reports indicated. The last chilling entry read, "Storm ended, sea calm. God is merciful." Yet no significant storm was ever recorded in the area during that time. What happened? Were they swept away by a rogue wave? Did something else, perhaps supernatural, befall them? The eerie absence of any struggle or foul play has left this mystery unsolved for over a century, a haunting reminder of the dangers of isolation and the great, unfathomable power of the sea. These disappearances serve as a haunting reminder of how fragile our sense of order and certainty truly is. They leave behind a trail of unanswered questions, grieving families, and theories that range from the plausible to the supernatural. What do you think happened in these cases? Do you have a theory about Brandon Swanson, the Sodder children, or the Island Moor keepers? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to uncover more stories like these, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Your support helps us continue to shed light on the darkness.